Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Farming Simulator 22 here in the pristine, untouched wilderness of the Calmlands. This time we're going to be doing things a little bit better. We're going to have the luxury of being able to do our work in a fully built workshop. All we've got to do is, buy it. So that's going to be fairly high on our list, and I believe it's around 20,000 euros to go and buy a fully kitted out workshop. So that's going to be something that we're going to have to do as well. So let's bring one up to there. We have done twice around the outside edge of the field. I think it's a good starting off point. We will go up over here. Drop that one in there, and off we go, and we have Frithgar, who seems to be losing an awful lot of his hair. Good for you, Frith. Good for you. Don't ever let anyone tell you, Frith, that those shades don't look cool. That is I was told once that is a very British insult. Don't ever let anyone tell you that those don't look cool. I was told once that it's an extremely British way of insulting someone. I guess it is. It's polite. I haven't actually said they don't. I've just, casually implied that maybe they're not cool. Apparently this is a very British way to offend someone, to insult someone. I mean, I wouldn't know. I don't know much about that. Right, anyway. Let's carry on. We're going to do I'm going to do 5 trees. We'll start off by cutting down 5 trees, I think. So this is number 4. And obviously we got the little bits, but I don't think we'll worry about them. So we want to run up the trunk right here, like this. There, that's all of that taken care of, and then I come back down here and try and get the right point on the mark. It's about there. That is 8.7 meters. Yes, that's about right. So then I come up here. Now, I've been going up a little bit too far on this one, I think. I want to get it as close to 9 meters as possible, so I'm going to go there. See what we got. 8.9 meters, and then that one there is 7.6. Perfect. That's what we want. So there was 4, so we'll go 5 and 6 with these 2 on the outside edge over here. And then once we've done those 2, we can get the auto-load trailer, we can load them up, and we can hopefully go and sell these. Is the logging auto-load trailer ever going to make its way to console? This is something I'm asked on a fairly regular basis. I would guess not, because it's a script, and I'm not sure what the Xbox view on scripts is with the game, but for some reason, Sony really don't like it for the PlayStation. I don't know why. I'm not sure why this is a thing, but they really don't like the scripts being run on the mods. Maybe it's something to do with security issues on their system. I really don't know. But for whatever reason, if it has a script in it, it's not a standard mod that they will allow. There are some ways that it can happen if the game, if it's like an official DLC, I think, from the game company, then that is acceptable. 0.27.3, that's fine. But just as a standard mod being released from other players, that is the bit where they really, really don't like it for whatever reason. 8.9, yep. So, unfortunately, I think the answer is no, you won't be getting this coming to consoles. You won't be getting these auto-load logging trailers coming to consoles. I think there are some auto-load bale trailers that can get to console, and there are other options for bales. This is the thing that annoys me about this. I don't play on console, and this annoys me. You've got these options here for bales. Like, there are ways round it for bales where you don't have to physically handle them yourself if you don't want to. Which is fair enough, because, like, it irritates me having to handle them all the time. And so I don't want to. I want to use other options. And I do really love auto-load trailers because it just makes life so much easier. But it frustrates me because the console players, you don't get those auto-load trailers. Well, not all of you get the auto-load trailers. Like, there are some auto-load trailers that I think you can get. But for a logging one, I don't think you will ever get a logging auto-load trailer. And I think you should. I genuinely do think that you should have this as an option for your gameplay. And it bugs me that that won't be something that you get. Can I load that one? I can. I think that should be something that is in the base game anyway. I've always said that I feel that auto-load trailers should be in the base game. It should just be included. Why not? Why shouldn't it be included? Why should the auto-load trailers all be part of something else? Why can they not just be a part of the game? And that really does irritate me. Now, the one thing, something else that does irritate me, but there's not a lot that you can do about it, is... Where's those stumps gone? I'd like a button that you press and just highlights all the stumps. These bits, right? You get these bits left over. I don't know what they do to the game, like how much lag they create. If you go through and cut down a forest and you're left with loads of them everywhere, how much lag does that create for the game? Like, absolutely no idea on that front. I don't know where they've all gone. But anyway, yeah, they are there, and so that kind of bugs me a little bit, that those ones get left behind. There's not a lot that you can do about that. I'll leave them, and then if I do see them later on, like when I'm ploughing and stuff like that, then we'll sort of try and deal with them. But until then, we won't worry about them. Oh, I did wonder if I was going to get close enough to pick that log up, actually. Apparently I am. There we go. I think that we're going to be able to do, because, I mean, the trailer that we had previously wasn't the biggest of trailers. I think we're going to... I've done 6 trees here. I think we're going to be able to do more than that. I mean, look at these logs here. We're going to end up with a load of timber that we can sell for, like, 30 or 40,000 euros. That's a lot of money. Oh, there was another log there that I completely missed. There's another one, and we got one more log, and I'm not even half full yet. We will need to focus, I think, first on... Come on. There we go. Right. There's 2 more bits. So if I turn off that one and I put the straps on and I shut the tractor off, I reckon I've got room for at least 3 more trees in here. That's 6. I reckon I got room for 3 more. And we're going to very quickly start cutting through a whole load of these logs and that we've got up here. So I'm thinking that we want to be looking fairly soon at buying another bit of land that's got more trees, because the trees is going to be a good source of income for us to start with. So we're going to have to sort of make that, make that our principal source. So I'm wondering if maybe we should be gearing ourselves towards that right from the get-go. So, that one. Get closer, and there we go. So go and buy that piece over there, have that piece of land up there, and then we've got a whole load of extra trees that we can cut down and easily access. I mean, we can cut down trees going up the bank on here easily enough. It's not going to be difficult to do that. It's just that it's going to be tricky to get the logs down, and you wouldn't... There's no way that we could say that we would be dragging the auto-load trailer up there, which means we're going to have to get the front loader on. which is the other tractor, the noisy one, and haul them down that way. And I'll be honest with you, I'm not sure that I really want to spend a lot of time doing that. Right, let's go there. That is 9 meters. I think, no, I'm still working on the principle here that I believe 9 meters is about the optimum length of log that we want to be aiming for. So if I go there, like that one's 9.1, and then you've got slightly shorter. So then we'll go over here. Chop these. There we go, like that. And then if I just go now, like this, run up the tree. That didn't do anything. Let's try running up the tree again. You can just see a very faint white circle on it. That's the bit that you've got to run up the log. And if you miss, it doesn't work. So we've got to just kind of like hang it out to the side like that. Except I think I completely missed on that run. Let's try that again. There we go, that's better. Almost got all of it. And then a little bit on the side. Right, okay, so we've got all of that. And now I can go up here and find the cut point, which is about there. Is that right? Yep, 8.9, and then we go all the way down here to the change in the pattern bit, and go there. 8.7 and 7.7. Same over here. That one, and one cut over here. There. 9.4, that one. That's fine. As long as it's under 10, I think it's still actually alright. Right, I'll leave the straps on for a moment and just slowly start making my way down through, and then once I've loaded up the next lot of... See, I do need to go a little bit slow so that I don't load the trailer too fast, because it can cause you problems if you do that. Bring that one slowly back down here. We've got 435 euros left in the kitty. That's 9 trees we've got here. Helper D has completed their task. Not entirely sure that they will have completed their task, but we'll go and see in a second. I want to finish loading this one up first. So we've got a couple logs there, just the little ones, and then we'll reach these. So there's the great big one up on that side, and that one, and then I've only got one more little log left on this one anyway. Right. Now it's trying to turn a corner. We need to do so carefully because there's still a log to load. It's only a little short piece, but that is 9 trees that we've got loaded on this one trailer. I reckon that we're going to have close to 30,000 euros in this. Why aren't you loading? Let's get that log. Where is it? It's there. Oh, that's why. Right, and there we go. I don't think it will now load. Ooh, that's a problem. Because it activated the auto load while... Can I tab into it? I can tab into it, that's okay. You can't go up and you press E while you've got the auto load running. I forgot about that. It's a good job that there wasn't a worse bug than that stopped us getting in there altogether. But anyway, we want to go here. We've got a little bit of the field left to do. Let's just go over this side and see if we've missed any bits around the edges. Nope, that looks like a nice, clean, tidy job. We run down here. I'll start it working down on this bit over here like that. And there we go. And then I'm going to go back over to this one, and we're going to go and sell these logs. Now, I could just go straight across there, but we don't own that land, and it would be a little bit churlish of us to go driving across someone else's land just because we think that we should be able to get out there nice and quick. So we won't be doing that. We're not that person. This, however, is our land, so we could go up there, and a number of people have suggested that maybe I should I should make a track that goes up that way. I won't at the moment. Okay. You just seen there the way we drifted? That is a sign of things to come with this slightly underpowered tractor and this very large load of timber, I suspect. Trying to get this down this hill with the weight that we've got on the back there. So what it's doing is the trailer is pushing the dolly forward. It's actually lifting, it's pushing the dolly up, which in turn is then pushing against the tractor. So this thing going downhill is definitely a recipe for disaster. You do not drive a trailer like this, especially if you don't have the proper brakes. See, the brakes do actually work there. If you don't have the brakes on here properly, you do not drive a trailer like this down a hill. Right? That's just something you don't do. That is asking for trouble. I know people who have had serious accidents trying to do something like that. I don't know anyone that's actually been killed doing that, but I do know someone who's been badly injured doing that, and I know a number of other people who have written off tractors doing that. You don't mess around with a heavy trailer going down a hill. If your trailer brakes aren't working properly, or your tractor isn't fitted with the correct fittings to activate trailer brakes on a heavy trailer, you don't use it. If your tractor is not a big tractor for handling a big trailer, don't sort of, like, the worst thing you can do is say, oh yeah, that's fine, we do this all the time. I know what I'm doing, I know how to drive. Good for you, you might know how to drive, that doesn't mean you know how to defy the laws of gravity. And more than one farmer has ended his life early because he thought that he knew better than gravity. That car actually did have the right of way, and I was in the wrong there, but I didn't want to stop moving. I wanted to keep going. We're moving at the moment, we don't want to stop. So that was entirely my fault, not the car's fault. I cannot blame that on anyone other than me. And this is the bit that we got to be careful. We're coming down a hill now. See the the back of the tractor is already sliding around because this trailer is way too big for this tractor. This is not a safe combination. I've just got to be very, very careful. Just got to be careful. I'm very well aware of what I've got here. Very well aware of how careful I've got to be. So if the speed creeps up because I'm not paying attention to what I'm doing, that's on me. That's me being an idiot. There's no need for that. See, going a bit too fast in round here. I shouldn't be driving at these speeds in round here. Not when we've got to be manoeuvring. Not with this laden down. If I was doing this in real life, I probably wouldn't be going faster than about 10k with this lot. Right? It just wouldn't be happening. Now, I'm wondering how I should go about unloading this, because I know what we'll do. We'll go here and we'll just swap the sides. So I'll bring it over here like this. I'll show you what I mean. You switch auto load to right. It also switches the unload side to the right hand side as well. So we'll bring it to there like that. I undo the straps like this, and then if I switch the auto load to the right, Number pad shows the unloading position. So I've got the unloading position right there, and I can actually move the unloading position if I want to. But I don't want to. I want to leave it right there. So we'll just cover it back up again, like that. And all I got to do is press Z, and it will start unloading. Here we go. Look at all of that timber. Right, are we going to be able to sell every single bit of that in one hit, or are we going to have to move a couple of the logs over just here on the edge? I think they're mostly caught, but just in case they're not, what I'm going to do is okay, was I holding something? I double pressed tab just now. Oh, it might have been the because the game thought I was still holding on to the small log that I had that auto-loaded onto the trailer. The game may have thought that I was still holding on to that, and that's possibly also what might have caused us to have a bit of difficulty with the driving. I don't know about that. Interesting to find out. We wouldn't know until we loaded it all back up again. So, what are we going to get this time? 25,000 euros. That's not bad. Can I afford a shed with that? I need to have a look through all the sheds now. That shed with a back wall on it is 10 grand. Now, having a back wall on it does mean that I'll have to reverse the trailers in. Which I really want to have to do, because those trailers are very difficult to reverse in, but it's not a bad thing. I mean, there is this one. I think this one's really a little bit too big for this area. I could bring it down over here if we cut down a couple of the trees. But I think that's potentially a little bit too big. There's a long shed here. This is actually Calmlands. These two sheds here are modded ones for Calmlands itself. So they've both got back walls. If you look at the size of that shed, it's just enough room for the combine to get in. I mean, I guess I could drive into that shed with the trailer and sort of turn around. I do really like this one. The only problem with this one is, well, you can drive through the middle. It's very easy to forget that you've got those wires going across the bits on the ends, on the two end bays. Got them support wires going across. You can't actually drive through them, and it's easy to forget that. The middle ones you can drive through if you want to. That's no problem. But those end ones you can't. Now, I would say really we'd want that sort of tucked back in against there, and that's how we would work it. And then maybe I'd get a couple little decorative items or something just to remind us that we can't use the other bits. But I actually really like that shed. It's just a standard vehicle shelter. It's not ridiculously expensive. It feels in keeping with the area as well. I mean, the Calmlands one here, like, I do like it. It's just that it doesn't sort of fit with the rest of the yard here quite as well. And obviously something like this would fit with the yard quite nicely, but that's 120,000. It's a machine shed with mechanical doors and everything. You know, you got all the bells and whistles on that shed, but we're beggars can't be choosers, is the expression, and we're the beggars at the moment. So we've got blue or we've got green. I actually prefer the green galvanized. It sort of blends in with the countryside a bit more. So I think that's what we're going to use. We're going to have that shed and we're going to put that one in there. That's 10,000 to get that one. And that means that we'll be able to get our roller as well. But in order to be able to do that, I want to be able to take off those couple of trees. So let's just shut this one off a minute. And shut off that beacon. We'll go in here and we'll have a look at rollers. And we will get a roller so that we've got that. We can start working on the field. And bring the other tractor up and we'll get that one. So we've got rollers right here. So we've got the standard game ones. And then we've got all kinds of modded ones. And the various different... Some of these are quite cheap. And they're quite big as well. I mean, you got one there for 14,000. I'd rather not spend 14,000 on it. I also don't want to get a really tiny one because It just takes forever, doesn't it? I want a happy medium. Doesn't seem to be any happy mediums. 30,000 for that. 20, 14, 15,000, which is pushing it for what we can afford. Which means that we're kind of looking at that one or that one. That one, I believe, is the one that I'm using in... No. Which one am I using in the time-lapse series? I might not have that roller on this map. Yes, I do. It's this one. That's the one I'm using in the time-lapse series right there. And that's a really good one. I know that one's good. I know it works. It's very reliable. It's perfect. It's also only 5,780 euros, which makes it among the most affordable. Apart from that one. But that one I tried, and I couldn't get it to work. There was a problem with that one. This one here, though, we've got 3 point, or we've got trailed. Maybe we'll go with this one. That's only 1,200. And we just have to hope that it works. It only does 14k, whereas this one does 15k. So there is that difference. That one, I don't like that it's got the cultivator on the front of it. I don't want to risk that. I don't want to risk it ripping up the crop or anything like that. So I'm thinking that we will go with this one. We'll go with the cheap option here. 1,230. We'll buy that bad boy right there. I've now got something that I can use. So we'll deal with this tractor in a minute because we'll do a bit more logging in a bit. You here, have you actually finished? Let's have a look. Looks like you have actually finished. We've got barley planted in here, and we have got canola planted in here. Excellent. Right, that's what we want. We want some crops planted in there. I will drive this one up here. We will unhitch this one. I've already committed to buying that shed, and I'm going to buy the shed. I need to do a little bit of work on there first before I can actually go and buy that shed. There's a little bit of stuff that we've got to do. Alright, real life interrupted there for a second. Yeah, so if I unhitch this one back in here, we get the roller, we'll get that one. Does this one fit in shed? Oh, he does just. We actually want to take those out and swap them round, but for now we'll just dump them there like that. So I'm going to need to go and get the roller, and then bring that one. I'll bring it into the top field up there, and we'll start rolling up there. And then once I've done that. Unfortunately, folks, that is all we have got time for today. A massive thank you to everybody who has earned their way into the Great Book of Names. To find out some more details about all the names coming past, please head into the description and click on the link to the Discord. It's a link to another video. The link is on the other video. Please also consider checking out the links there for Nitrado, who provide gaming servers for games like Farming Simulator, Minecraft, Ark, and several others. And there's also Fanatical, who will help support your gaming habit by providing you with cheap games and also giving me a small commission on anything that you buy using my link. If you've enjoyed this particular video, then please head down below and give us a like. And if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.